In this video, I'm going to discuss Microsoft Lists and Lists integration in Teams. I'll also run through how to add your first list to a Teams channel. Lastly, I'll cover 3 main caveats when leveraging Microsoft Lists. Hey everyone, it's Joe from Filthy Casual Tech, a great place to find tech news, reviews, and tutorials. If you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button, and all the links we reference in this video can be found in the video description. Also, if you have any list tips or tricks I didn't reference in this video, please be sure to leave them in the comments below. And with that said, let's jump into it. So what is Microsoft Lists? Microsoft Lists is an information tracking app that allows departmental and project teams to manage a process or workflow, such as asset management or issue tracking. The same lists that you have set up on SharePoint can also be used within your Teams channel or via the soon-to-be-released mobile app. Alright, now let's jump into a demo of how to set up your first Microsoft Lists within Microsoft Teams. Alright, here we are in our Microsoft Teams clients. And you can see here we're already in the IT team under the general channel. So what we're going to do first, we're going to walk through the process of adding a list to this general channel. To do this, we need to simply click on the Add a Tab icon here. And you can see here I have a list of all the recent apps or tabs I've added in the past. You can see right here that list is available. You can type in lists here as well if you want to filter the view. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll click on lists. And then we'll click save. From here we have 2 different options. We can either create a new list, or we can add an existing list. If you choose the option to add an existing list, you can either add a list from another team, or you can add a list from a SharePoint site, or from your personal OneDrive, so on and so forth. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to create a new list. Awesome. I can create a blank list. You can also create a list from an Excel document. Just bear in mind that the Excel document actually needs to have tables specified for this to work. Or you can use an existing list from within the Office 365 cloud. But in this case, what we're going to do is we're actually going to choose the asset manager, as it seems relevant to the IT team to be tracking IT assets. So I'll click that. And you can see here that it actually gives me a good idea of what is available by default within the asset manager. Device photos, asset tags, statuses for devices, manufacturer, so on and so forth. It's pretty comprehensive. The same could be said for most of these other templates, to be honest. But I'll click use this template. I can name this. I'm going to name it IT Asset Manager. I can type in a description here if I'd like. I can also choose an icon and a color as well for this. So I'm just going to leave it as the default. I'll click create. And there you have it. You can see here it includes all the fields that it specified before. You have an edit in grid view option here, which most of you who are already familiar with SharePoint will be familiar with this. You can see here options to export to Excel or open in SharePoint. You can also see here that there's a views, something similar to list views here. But the main difference here is that there are a ton of pre-built views available based on the template you specify, and it makes it super handy. You don't have to actually go in and manually create all these views yourself. It does it by default. Really, really awesome, actually. So, and you can create new views on your own as well. You'll notice that depending on the view, it also will hide or show columns that are pertinent to the actual view. So for instance, purchase information, if I click on it, you notice here it just hid a ton of different columns. Also keep in mind if the template doesn't have all the columns you need, you still have the option to add more columns, just like you do in SharePoint. And if you click on new item, it's a similar form view to what you're used to. You cannot edit the view here, so just keep that in mind. There's no way to edit here. In order to edit the new item form, you can simply click on this ellipsis and then click on Open in SharePoint. And from there, you can edit the form in Power Apps. Another really nice feature is having the ability to share individual items from a list to other users within the company. So let's say you wanted someone from accounting to be able to look into this asset for review. You could simply click on this little show actions icon here, click on manage access, and you can actually send them a share link as such. Enter their email address, and you could send them a little message, just like you share anything within the rest of SharePoint or OneDrive for that matter. Then click send, and this will give them the ability to edit. You can change that if you want. If you don't want them to allow editing, for instance, you can just uncheck this, hit apply, and now they only have the ability to view this and whatnot. So just hit send when you're ready, and then you're good to go. It should send them an email. So now that user has access to that one particular item. If you want to view or manage access for a particular item, you can click on that same show actions icon, go to manage access, and you should be able to review that here. So right here. And that's how you create a basic asset management list within Teams. Now, there are three main caveats you need to be aware of when using Microsoft lists. Number one, there's still a 5,000 item view limit that also existed within Microsoft SharePoint that also applies to Microsoft lists. So it also has the same limitations. Number two, there's still a 2,000 item limit within Power Apps. So if you do connect, or you do decide to edit your forms within Power Apps, or if you decide to connect a new Power App to a Microsoft list, then you still have the 2,000 item limit. That did not change with this new implementation of lists. I'm hoping maybe in the future they change that, but it's currently an issue still. Number three, you have to have a Microsoft 365 or Office 365 subscription that has SharePoint. If you don't have SharePoint on your account, you will have to upgrade in order to enable Microsoft lists. If you'd like to see me integrate the asset management list I just created with a web barcode scanner and Power Apps, please like this video and let me know in the comments below. Also, if you or your business needs assistance with Power Apps or the Power Platform, my contact information is in the description. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.